Lester, how are you? How am I? It doesn't matter. How are you? Back to me. How am I? I'm in no mood to make an episode, but the friends depend upon the hero because they're legends. And I'm gonna turn over a new leaf. Not the term I was looking for, Lester. I gotta come with the dramatic comedy, even though I feel like absolute dung because I hate the place that I work. Guys, it's time for Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk, episode 46.
What the hell is this?
I speak jive.
Will you stop?
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
They think they got the answers. I change the questions.
You don't like it? We don't care.
What a dumb thing to do. I bet you wouldn't have done anything like this if Mom and Dad were here.
The recognized symbol of excellence in
Dramatic comedy. Okay, guys, I got that out of my system. We're going to be positive today because nobody tunes into a YouTube channel to listen to a guy who hates his job. They tune in to be entertained by the single greatest YouTube personality. Don't like that term, not going to use it. Didn't use it. Lester, omit that from the final production. It's Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
And that's all it is. Welcome in, everybody, okay? What order do we go in? We go in whatever order I see fit. Boom! It's the holiday season, guys. Christmas is around the corner, and you're probably wondering, is Colin planning anything special? Forgive me. Is Colin from Canada
Real bad man.
planning anything special for the holiday season? Friends, if he did a Halloween special, I think he's going to do a Christmas special. He is going to do a Christmas special, and that comes out next week. A lot of fun things planned, so please stay tuned for that. Dr. Zeus commemorative tumbler, you know what follows, people. That was a good ceremonial. We have the extra large. It is a Saturday morning, Saturday lunchtime. My computer's not set up, so I can't exactly tell you the exact time. Exact. You guys know I don't like it when I use the same words in the one sentence, but we're gonna push forward, Lester. It's probably after 12 o'clock, and I had a hell of a shift here at the store last night. When you continue to have people who don't listen to you, who don't respect the rules, a guy's had enough. I think this might be the end, guys. But you didn't tune it. Lester, I'm hitting all the things I don't want to hit. Same word in the same sentence, and I hope to never say the word again. You didn't tune in to hear me complain, although I do on occasion. Let's have a great show, guys. There's no more talk. Let's get into it. Already did that. Good coffee, always free. John Riddell, always a legend. Kurt Cobain, yes, buddy. Can Connection, single greatest tag team walking the earth today, along with my tag team partner over at the crown atop. It might go on my head. We don't know yet. The pen remains. Yeah, the pen remains. Guys, Lester?
I can feel it. I can feel the power. Yes. Yes.
I just thought I was saying a word wrong, but I wasn't. The pen remains taped to the wall. And of course, the Academy, take two, the honorary Academy Award for all-around greatness from the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences. Guys, we are rolling enough that we have to take another sip. It's time for the quote, guys. It's only from a couple of episodes ago. It's from episode 44. Let's see if you remember. Before we have questions about gonorrhea and chlamydia, is it 1 flag or 2? As I put it up, I look over here, and I'm sorry guys, friends, I must. Let's put it on. Let's get it secure. Let's check it in the playback in the camera. Okay? Should I say it? Because I do like putting up the clip. I'm not gonna fiddle with it. It's just gonna stay atop my head. And what else? I'll talk about it now. Little update. Are we gonna throw it up? I think we are. Update regarding the guest. Prior, I actually did not send the Facebook Messenger message as I promised to. I was still giving him a little time on the Instagram, and he made a post on his Instagram, and I just kind of in the comments said, check your messages. So, Lester, hold on tight. He has seen the message. Okay? That's like the scene in The Office where Michael has a big party and he invites 30 people via the internet, and 2 people have said yes, but 28 have seen it. So I don't know what that means, but I don't think I'm gonna send the same message on Messenger if he's already seen the one on Instagram. I'm sure he's just taking time in his busy schedule to clear it so he can take time and watch, I believe, Lester, I almost gave things away. There was an episode I wanted him to watch. That's all I'm gonna say. You have to give the man time to watch the episode. I told him to read the message that was about this long, and then he'll get back to me. It's also the holiday season, Lester. The man could be busy with family and holiday requirements. No, that wasn't the word I was looking for. Holiday commitments. Guys, Lester's gonna take over now. The caffeine's hitting. I know it's already because I thought I was saying remaining. Lester, go ahead, buddy.
Here comes bad news.
Lester, I tried something new this week. I didn't really pick and choose. I just went into the pile, 5, over to the Davids, 5. Let's see how that goes. Power karate. Hunks with hats. Tai Chi for arthritis. Stretching to the classics. Friends, like I said, just grab 5 and let's go with it. Skull Night of Terror. Pardon me, Skull A Night of Terror. Out in the middle of nowhere, a deadly game of house is about to begin. The wives and kids of 2 local cops have been taken hostage by a band of murderous escaped convicts. Their leader is a psychopathic mass murderer named Skull. Now the cop's job is clear. Kill the trio before they kill his family. And when you mess with a man's family, you're messing with one of the most powerful forces known. Revenge. Friends, I've read this introduction 3 times and I still don't think it makes sense. But, Lester, we're gonna push forward. Guys, it's Jim Varney, Mimi Rogers, the Roasters. Jim Ernest Varney stars as Evan Earp, one member of a rowdy family descended from the famed tamer of the Wild West. There's Evan's brother of Wyatt Earp, 3, and their feisty mother, Amanda, part-time beauty hunter and full-time keeper of the family flame. All work at the Slade Town Carnival, Wyatt as the troubleshooting roaster, Evan as a decidedly unhandy handyman. His mind is self-proclaimed national resource, beautiful Mimi Rogers as Ellen, and Hoyt Axton as Cactus Jack Slade round out the colorful cast. From runaway girls to insurance con men, life at the carnival is never dull, especially when the legacy of the Earps' famous name comes to life as they become targets for a gang of modern gunslingers named Clayton in this action-packed high-comedy adventure. Friends, did that make any sense to you? Because it didn't to me. But We push forward, Lester. I'm a little animated. Scanners 3, The Takeover. Friends, 101 minutes. Woo! That's almost 2 hours, and I'm not reading the back. You saw the sequel. This is the original. Guys, it's Indio. Okay, my friends? And you know who's here. It's Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Francisco Quinn stars as Daniel Morel, a half-breed Marine officer who returns to the Amazon village of his birth to visit his dying chieftain father. What he finds is his beloved homeland ravaged by omnipotent industrial corporations, its rainforest seriously endangered by the reckless hunt for resources. When his father and native villagers are killed for resisting the land developers, Daniel assumes his tribesmen's colors and wages an all-out war against a corporation and its ruthless representative, Colonel Whitaker. Desperately trying to stop Daniel, Whitaker sends for a secret weapon, Sergeant Iron, Daniel's old instructor and the deadliest of soldiers. In the end, Daniel, Whitaker, and Sergeant Iron square off in a take-no-prisoners fight to the finish for the jungle home Daniel must save. Friends, I saved the best for last. Beyond speed, minimizing reflex and reaction time for martial artists, law enforcement, serious athletes. Not and, no commas. They're looking for martial artists who are also cops and serious athletes. You have to be all of them, okay? I won't read the back because it's a long one, but I want you to know that, please note, not all exercises are suitable for everyone, and this or any other exercise program may result in injury. Consult your doctor before beginning an exercise program, okay? Get a hold of the family physician, he or she. Ask them if they have a VCR that they can insert this cassette into so they can view it and let you know, because you are a martial artist, cop, and a serious athlete, if you can do these exercises. It's as simple as that, guys. Lester, it's not hard. You know what else isn't hard? Moving over to the Davids. Great White Death. Real live footage. The documentary that really eats you up. A gripping documentary following the deadly exploits of a true killing machine. A creature so terrifying that it instills fear in all those who set foot in its watery domain. So bloodthirsty that it could make your next swim your last. With intense footage depicting the ocean's exterminator at its most furious, you will come face to face with the most active member of the food chain. You better swim fast or you won't escape the Great White Death. Hear the terrifying real-life account of shark victim Henry Borsk, who somehow lived to tell his brush with death. See the actual graphic footage of Henry Borscht, shark attack, shot for bloody shot. Feel the chill up your spine as you witness the grisly footage, featuring lush and exotic cinematography and the most gruesome shark footage since Sam Fuller's Shark or Jaws 3D. Great White Death will leave you wondering if you'll ever be able to go to the beach again. Friends, it's fun for the whole family. Mask of Death, Lorenzo Lamas, Ray Don Chong, and Billy D. Williams. Danger has a new face, and I'm assuming it's Lorenzo Lamas' face. Guys, friends, Cyborg Cop, okay? Bruce Greenwood, Tiffany Thiessen, you guys know, Kapowski, and your friend and mine, MMA retired athlete, Rich Franklin, delving into the cinematic features as an actor, as a serious thespian, Rich Franklin. I was supposed to read one of these, but we're gonna keep going here. Ted V. McKell's The Corpse Grinders. It's a part of the Cult Classics collection. Friends, it includes the TVM studio tour and commentary track with Ted V. McKells. Okay, he's the producer and director of this one. We're gonna read this one because I know you love it. Do you love Travolta? I think you do. Do you love TV movies? I think you do. Friends, it's the boy in the plastic bubble. In a heartbreaking true story, John Travolta plays a boy born without natural immunities. He's forced to live and grow up in the physical and emotional confines of a germ-free plastic room. As he reaches his teens, he must choose between his ongoing confinement or risk his life outside the bubble with the girl he loves? John Travolta gives a compelling. Friends, I gotta pause because the girlfriend's messaging me, but we're gonna get back to this. Hold on. Friends, we're back. For those that know about John Travolta, the TV movie The Boy in the Plastic Bubble, you will know that every rinky-dink DVD company has released this on DVD. And what made me laugh so much is, let's read the end again of the description. Final few sentences. As he reaches his teens, he must choose between his ongoing confinement or risk his life outside the bubble with the girl he loves. John Travolta gives a compelling. That's it. John Travolta gives a compelling. There it is. Episode title. Woohoo! Guys, that was 5 cassettes and 5 Davids. I'm trying to get the holiday season to warm my heart right now, but God, I'm still pissed off about yesterday.
Bad News Brown.
Lester, I've said it several times this episode. Not about my job. We're done with that. Holiday season time, my friend. I know who's going to be over. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Not only the wife, Cheryl, the brother, Ray. You guys know. You know. How much money, bit of a delay there. How much money would you pay to be at their Christmas table? Digging into the turkey and the stuffing and the cranberries. My God. No, I can't make it. I'm sorry, Lester, I'm sorry. I have a prior engagement. Guys, it's time for Cheryl.
You have no idea who knows me. I'm not the rancher. I got marbles here. I have 2 boobs, not 6. Do you know you have scratchy toilet paper? You saw, I pointed here and showed you exactly who we were, and you didn't listen. I am getting out of here, but not because he's standing here, because this is the only man in here that I've got any respect for. Does he have to salute me? No. And my general pain in your ass is going to get worse.
Friends, with the holiday season slowly closing in on us like 2 walls in the TV show that never kills the good guys, I've spent little to none time, that's a saying, going to thrift stores. But I won't disappoint you guys. There's a little bit over there. A little bit more than last week, so... And there's clothing! That's exciting! Guys, it's time for this week's thrift store pickups. John Dote Hit. Dote Hit? John Dote Hit. John Dote Hit. Dote Hit. John DeHurt. Friends, I'm getting a little excited, okay, guys? I'm battling between leaving my job and what the hell I'm gonna do and entertaining you guys. To the left, let's start with the Blu-rays. Actually, I'm gonna do a little something different. I should have done this before I hit record, but that's okay, because I can figure it out right about now. Yes, I can. Okay, so there is a thrift store in Northern Ontario, Salvation Army, that is quite abysmal. But I was there yesterday with John Riddell. You know him. I don't need to. And they did a fill-a-bag of books, CDs, or DVDs for $5. Some slim pickings, but all of these items I am about to list and show you, $5. Barry White, the icon is love, okay? It's Barry White. You remember the game we used to play, friends? Guys, it's Norah Jones. I easily have all of her CDs because, as you know, when you go into the thrift store, anyone can play this game. Pardon me, Lester. Anywhere in the world, anyone can play this game by just going into a thrift store and going to the CDs. And tell me, report back to me. Come face to face, embrace me, and whisper in my ear, Colin, you're right. I saw a Norah Jones CD at my local thrift store. I don't have this one yet, so. Louis Armstrong, What a Wonderful World. The Shins, Oh Inverted World. I think I already have it, but when it's fill a bag for $5, you're not really going through it with a fine-tooth comb. Lester, I don't think I've used that term yet on the show. First time usage, we could add that. First time usage, going through with a fine-tooth comb. Also, I'm rushing. I'm not Russian. I'm rushing. Rushing. Lester, not Russian, rushing. Got a Christmas party to go to. It's Saturday. I'm filming the whole episode today, and yesterday, you know what nightmare I had at work. So, time constraints, worried about my stupid ass job, a lot of caffeine, but love for my friends and Lester. I'm putting on a brave face. Roger Raglan Best Kept Secrets production presents Track Them Down and Silent Stalker, 7 big bucks harvest scenes with bow and arrow, as well as 7 big bucks harvest scenes at close range. 185 minutes of buck hunting. Can you ever forgive me? I believe it's based on a true story where a woman does the, what's it called when you steal plagiarize. Plagiarize is another author. Okay, Melissa McCarthy in a dramatic turn. Dark Descent, starring Dean Cain. Hollow Man 2. I already own this, but Garbage Pail Kids the movie, you got to, because you can give it to a person and say, I've changed your life by giving this to you. Luke Perry and Martin Sheen, Storm. Paradise City, Travolta's gone bald, and Bruce Willis, I won't make any comments. He's not going through a good time right now. The Peanut Butter Falcon, for those that haven't seen it, a little bit of wrestling, great story, great ending. The Boys Next Door, Maxwell Caulfield and Charlie Sheen, directed by the same lady that did Decline of Western Civilization. Yeah, you guys know, the 3-part documentary on the punk scene in LA. Born to be Wild, 3D, but not really 3D. It also has the regular Blu-ray. Arctic Tale, and Into the Universe with Stephen Hawking. All of those, $5, okay? Went by the library, $1 each, PS4, Runbow Deluxe Edition, Anonymous Code, Moonlighter. I'm sorry, if you ask me and you say, Colin, I'll give you a PS4 game for $1, you gotta go with it, guys. Finally, had a funeral to go to this week. It's okay, guys. It was my next door neighbor. His father passed away. Great man, and I'm not saying anything hilarious or silly about that. A funeral's a funeral. But I don't have a lot of fancy clothes, and if I do, they don't fit me, because there's been a bit of a COVID weight gain. I also quit smoking before COVID. You know what that is? That's Mark Wahlberg in The Perfect Storm. That's a cause for some weight gain. But Lester, sit, we push forward. And I had to get a dress shirt to go with my dress pants to attend the funeral. So while I was at the thrift store looking for a plain dress shirt that fits this carcass, my eyes took to this. Friends, it's Kiss. Guys, it's Love Gun. And I have to stand up because I am a sucker for the long sleeve. I know there's a term for these type of shirts. I just can't think of it right now. We're gonna sit down again, guys, to let you know that That was this week's Thrift Store Pickups.
And it's bad news out of there.
Friends, when you are an admirer of comedy, perhaps a connoisseur, when you are adamant about what is or is not funny, such as I am. I mean, I'm that person. I'm not funny. I'm clearly funny. You know comedy is what I'm getting to, folks. You will recognize when good comedy is put in front of you. I mentioned a few episodes back about the SCTV sketch Half-Wits. It's a game show for idiots. 3 times they did it. In the 3rd installment, pyramid type situation, you have a word, you have to have your partner guess. So let's say the word was Tokyo. The other guy said flower. And this guy, who's trying to get him to say Tokyo, said, how are you spelling flower? Okay, that has nothing to do with anything, but it makes it even more funnier. Okay? Either one is wrong. The word's Tokyo. You recognize comedy. Just little things in movies or TV shows where it's a hat. It's a cherry on top of a joke, making it better. Okay? And I can recognize that, folks. And I recognize it in this upcoming clip. You don't take newscasters for regular comedians, okay? But when the time comes and they are needed to be hilarious, they will be hilarious. Prime example. I should. Prime example is this week's clip of hard-hitting news. The comedy does not get any finer than this woman and this man.
Done something that is very good.
He was murdered.
But now he's dead.
Reach out to the man who died.
Do the math.
Your mama, she's for free and everybody knows it.
Welcome back, everyone, to Good Morning, Idaho. It is Wednesday, April 1st. I'm Joe Saylor.
And I'm Jenna Cooper. Just kidding around. It's April Fool's Day. We're just having a little fun with you.
Getting a little crazy.
Yeah. Hey, it's a...
Friends. Papa taking the dog for a walk, and we went back to Costco. Guys, it's time for John Riddell. That was way too long a pause. Living legend.
How much is in butter? How much is in butter? How much is in butter?
Friends, Colin from Canada here, yet again at Arundel Park. It's a little colder this time, still a winter wonderland. We got the 2 legends over there. Do I have to name them? Johnny and Pixie. It's -4. Friends, Colin from Canada. We're at the Costco. Johnny is analyzing the cheeses. You'll see right there we have our bird for Christmas, right, Johnny? Johnny's deep in thought in the cheese aisle.
Okay, I'm looking for...
Don't leave us in suspense, John. What are we looking for?
Sapola, Port Salut, and Raslet.
What he said. Colin from Canada, cheese. Friends, probably the worst. Lester, it's okay. It's okay. They all can't be winners. Every week I can't come with tremendous amazement, legendary segments. Some of them are gonna suck, although I try not to, folks. Let's see how I can make the single worst 5 photos I have ever taken in one single week funny. Lester, start the clock, no clock needed, roll the bumper, because it's gonna get good. It's time for... Guys, it's time for let's go through my camera roll if you hadn't already got to that, okay? Dry cleaning movies, mushrooms on toast. Just a couple of horses' asses. Electric pressure cooker, urinating, passion fruit chest cake, Charles Barkley. Guys, we're just gonna go for it and you're gonna laugh hysterically. Photo number 1. Johnny and I were at the Costco. You already know about that. Check it out. Fully cooked turkey in a box. Who needs the preparations and 8 hours of cooking time when you're racking your brain of what to do next on Christmas Eve, when you have so many things to do to get ready for Christmas? Let it be known, yeah, that there's a turkey fully cooked in this box. It only goes down from here. Photo number 2, got back from Costco. Johnny and Pixie on the couch. Pixie really lounging, if we can zoom in. Lester, can we zoom in? And they're sleeping, guys. It's a long day. That was probably 2 in the afternoon. Friends, photo number 3. Okay, I gotta walk a real fine line here. We have the neck brace on the guy in the thrift store. Yeah, we're going down this road, Lester. Not the Bobby Heenan. Not the Bobby Heenan, but the full, like, make sure your head, you know what I'm saying. This gentleman was in the thrift store, and, before I go any further, he also had the you know, the real sticky brown bandage? You guys know what I'm talking about. You couldn't get that off with you know, pliers, okay? On his hair. On his hair. I always wondered about that. Anyways, he was walking around the thrift store, and that head was turning, and that head was... That head was turning, and that head was going up and down, okay? Didn't look too injured to me. And bandage on hair? I'm not saying anything, but also he was trying on pants right in the middle of the aisle. That's where I got that photo from. I believe if you go back last week to the Driving with Colin, when Lynn Riddell tells me about the electronic device, you can see him walk into the thrift store. If you really give a crap. Friends, photo number 4. We already talked about it. That's the shirt I wore to the funeral, if anyone was curious what type of shirt I bought. That's where we're at with these photos, guys. There's not a lot. Let's finish it up with photo number 5. We're in Costco. You can see Johnny Riddell behind me. Behind him is a gentleman. He's been injured. The ankle is a bit sore, and he's tending to it, okay? So the photo I was trying to get was Johnny turning around and staring at this guy who was really working over that ankle. I believe he just kind of hit his ankle with the cart, but he was looking at it like he had been stabbed and it was squirting blood. And Johnny was just like this. So of course, the moment I take the photo, Johnny is not doing that. Because you gotta use the other side of the camera like an idiot, because the front of your camera's a pile of dung. Also, the phone is slowing down because it's an iPhone 8. Gotta get a new phone, guys. If anywhere in there you laughed, my job is done here. Friends, that was Let's Go Through My Camera Roll.
Bad news is he's brutal, Jess.
Lester, your brother-in-law has really taken the bull by the horns. Have I said that? I don't think I have. There's another one. Saying I haven't said before. Getting to my point. He's very concerned about whose road is getting paved and whose road isn't. Okay?
Raymond Lyman, ridiculous. You calling me a liar? Well, I ain't gonna think about suing the city. Raymond Lyman, ridiculous. You calling me a liar? Well, I ain't gonna think about suing the city. When all her friends got their streets paved, hey, I'm a taxpayer. I like my street paved.
I'd like mine paved too.
Well, you have a business. You could pave your sidewalk and your street. You have a business. You could do it yourself. Not ask Mr. Konjorski and make my taxpayers pay for it.
Friends, you'll be pleased to know I haven't complained about this, so I'll briefly complain about it now. The transfer of driving with Colin clips from the dash cam to the laptop has been abysmal because of the USB micro SD attachment thing that came with the dash cam. Could it be the single worst USB stick with micro SD insert capability? Yes. So I purchased a better one, and the file transfer is going quicker. However, these files, I'm gonna bore you guys right now, are AVI files. Guess what editing software program wants to load AVI files like a snail? I think you guys know. Is it Microsoft Clipchamp? You're goddamn right it is. Could I go to another program? Yes, but Lester has mastered Microsoft Clipchamp. I can't put that burden on him, especially during the holiday season. Guys, it's time for Driving with Colin.
Trapped in the corner.
I put up my hand for the serious thing here, because it's serious talk, Lester. If you are ever given the opportunity to appear on your favorite game show or any game show, you have to be ready. Lester, I think I've said it before. You have to be ready. Your mind has to be clear. Perhaps transcendental meditation is in order prior to entering the studio to your favorite or any game show you have been lucky to appear upon. This lady clearly did not do that. It's time for this week's clip of the week.
When things aren't going my way, I'm thinking pasta. 2,500.
Here's the VHS collection.
Your Construction Safety Association.
Aside from a house or a car specifically, what is the most expensive thing you own? Wendy?
A car.
Friends, are you going back to your wallet? Are you taking out crisp bills to wager on the internet? In my mind, that made sense, Lester, because you guys know the Buffalo Bills, although looking crappy at halftime, turned the bus around against the New England Patriots and covered the -1.5 spread that I told you to take last week, bringing our record to a amazing 2-3. Lester, what did I say last week? I said we'd go to 2-3. And then after we go to 2-3, what did I say, Lester? I said we're going to go to 3-3. And to go to 3-3, we need to break down the prediction for this week. Ladies and gentlemen, reminding myself who we're taking, I turn over here and I come back to you. We are taking the visiting Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Carolina at -2.5. Guys, it's time for this week's Gorilla Monsoon Quote of the Week.
Did you see that?
Couldn't see it from our vantage point.
Will you stop? All kinds of pandemonium broken loose here.
It's all over but the shouting.
Bad News Brown. If you want to know something special about this guy, there's a lot of unusual things about Bad News. And he says that I'm going to take the belt.
Friends, the lights are dimming. The spotlights are upon the squared circle as the microphone lowers and your ring announcer, Howard Finkel, is announcing the particulars. It's time for show and tell. Delta Force Pizza. Delta Force Pizza. Friends, I've really got to hurry because that Christmas party is quickly approaching, so let's turn to the right. We go to the board, aka the Colin from Canada YouTube homepage. Lester, I said it before and I'll say it again. All the kids are saying homepage. Votes are tabulated. We did not hit double digits, but that's okay, Lester. It wells up, but the tear does not drop. 6 votes to 2 for the champion. That remains Sam the Eagle as Samuel Arrow from Muppet Treasure Island. He has a new opponent right here. I'm turning him around. It's a him. Gender has been revealed. We've already seen his play set. Guys, it's the classic Swedish chef from, of course, The Muppet Show. He comes with magnetic chef hat, basketball hoop, Muppet tomato, Muppet banana, blunderbuss, and figure bass. Okay, I'm a big fan. You lose me at the basketball net. Perhaps that was in a sketch from The Muppet Show. It probably was, Colin. Okay? They're not just gonna, although they are the type to just put something random in there, but it has to do with something to do with him. Lester, the basketball net has to come into play at some point. You know what else is coming into play? Lester, did I just hold up? Lester, did I just hold up the show and tell item and take a sip from the commemorative Dr. Zeus tumbler? I did. Classic Swedish chef, name the Swedish chef, job culinary expert, special talents, conducting the singing food. Likes, sautéing the singing food. Dislikes, angry chickens and pointy beaks. Okay, this is your challenger against Sam the Eagle as Mr. Samuel Arrow. Take time out of your busy holiday season and please vote now.
It's all over right here. He nailed it with a ghetto blaster.
Lester, sometimes we just need to get to it. The bloopers are coming up. Everything was filmed today. I'm a little angry, so you know, because you were here. They're gonna know, the friends. Things went wrong. When things go wrong, bloopers happen. I do that when I notice the shrug. Guys, it's time for bloopers. What am I doing? Gotta stop saying, What can I tell you? Try again, son. What am I, deep in thought up in here? That's here nor there. You are actually laughing. Shift with the poker. I am in no mood to make an episode. You turn to your producer who's martial arts. For those wondering about on dollar store, on Eddie Rinky Dink video distribute. Hello, is it you I'm looking for? 'Cause I wonder where you meditate.
Bad news, Victoria's here.
Friends, we have to acknowledge the role of one person in my life, and her name is the Queen Mother of Canada, aka my mother, aka Lynn Riddell. No one, and I repeat, no one works harder during the holiday season than Lynn Riddell. She puts the magic in Christmas every single year that I have lived on planet Earth. She's listening right now. Merry Christmas to the Queen Mother of Canada for making Christmas amazing every single year in the Riddell estate. Guess what segment's coming up right now? Lester, it's not the sponsor. No.
Come on in, we'll have leather. Come on in, we'll have leather.
Friends, a little add-on to the Conversational Scottish starring my mom, Lynn Riddell. As you know, last week, driving with Colin, she told you and me and everyone about an invention that she saw on Temu. Well, guess who ordered it? And I'm glad she did. Friends, can I let you know what we have here? It is a magnetic, clip it to the heat vent on your car, plug it in to the USB, and it is a magnet phone holder that also will charge any phone. So she knew what she was talking about. It's a good invention. I haven't put it in yet. I'll report back later. Friends, has Lester gifted you not one, not two, not three, but now 4 celebrity sponsorships? Yes. Do we have to go over them? Yes. Captain Louis Albano, RoboCop. Last week, Charles Bronson. And this week, it's more than one. Friends, I cannot imagine how Lester wrangled this group, pardon me, a bit emotional, to be part of the celebrity sponsorship PSA that continues to live at Colin from Canada's Good Junk. I don't know how he does it. I don't. It's time for this week's sponsor.
You ever had Indian food?
Will you please stop?
Catch it.
The Empire of Taste.
Will you please stop?
Catch it.
Books, check them out. Books, check them out.
Pick up a book. You got a fantasy, imagination can take you to where you wanna be. Are you curious? How can you find out?
Books, check them out. Books, check them out.
Read about stars and cars, play electric guitars, or cops that work hard, patrolling the boulevard, the heavyweight champ and his craziest bout.
Books, check them out. Books, check them out.
At your library.
Friends, we've done it. We have filmed an entire episode in an hour and a half. I'd like to thank myself, followed by myself again. 2 thank yous for me, Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
And now we proceed as the crown. Now, the thank you goes to that man over there. After me, twice, now to him. Lester, thank you. I feel it's about to fall again. What are we doing? Guys, are we fiddling? We can get that in there again. Thank you. Guys, it could have been rushed. I was a bit angry. My tongue has healed from last week's dental thing. Now I think I have an ear infection. We're not going to get into that. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a bit rushed. I was a bit angered. One of my poker guys sent me a text and cheered me up, which I really appreciate. But it's the goodbyes, guys. But I want to tell you something. I think it was the 29th episode into the 30th when I really didn't like the 20th, but I told you I was coming with the thunder for the 30th because it's, of course, the anniversary extravaganza spectacular. Well, let me tell you right now, as I spit out the piece of Egg McMuffin that was lodged in my dental work. Next week, Lester, myself, Kurt, John, Ray, Cheryl, Dennis, Have I missed anyone? Queen Mother of Canada and all the viewers are going to want to stay tuned, are going to want to tune in and stay tuned to the first ever Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk, episode 47, Merry Christmas Extravaganza Spectacular. Friends, I'm just going to say 2 words, and maybe it'll pique your interest. Celebrity promos, celebrity wishes, celebrity appearances. And hopefully by then, the guest that has seen the message on the gram will in fact make contact with Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
And he might appear on the show. Folks, it could be a Christmas miracle. In fact, it would be, because I feel he would have responded by now. The next time I see you, I hope Christmas hasn't happened, because the Christmas wishes will be in next week's episode. I hope you're prepared for Christmas, and I hope you're prepared to see this kisser along with that kisser over there for Christmas. Guys, the pepperettes, firm $12. No haggling. Die Paperette seinen steifig $12 ein Aufdinger.
A recognized symbol of excellence in
dramatic comedy.
A car.